Sloan makes a confession to a devastated Eric, and both Everett and Bobby make appearances at the SPD. Thursday, May 23, 2024. Today on Days of Our Lives, Sloan breaks Eric's heart, EJ makes new plans, and Marlena questions Everett, who doesn't understand why he's been arrested. When Marlena runs into Eric, who's with Jude in his stroller, she demands he take off his sunglasses. He sheepishly does, revealing a black eye. He explains that Everett thought he was manhandling a drunk Sloan, and decked him. He leaves to get home to her. Melinda rushes to an anxious Sloan's apartment and learns EJ is demanding Sloan hand over Jude. Panicked, Melinda makes Sloan promise to keep her name out of it. Sloan assures her she already has, but she needs ideas on how to get out of this. "Girl, EJ's got you beat," Melinda says. Sloan begs Melinda to help her. She can't lose Eric and Jude. At the Dimmer mansion, Nicole shows EJ the article about his firing as DA. She's so sorry she wasn't there for him. EJ feels terrible he wasn't there for her after her fight with Holly. If he were around, she might not have felt the need to get so drunk, prompting Eric to play the hero. EJ comforts Nicole as she tearfully recounts the terrible things Holly said. Stephanie comes to the Spectator and tells Chad that Everett was arrested after punching Eric. She insists he was only reacting to what he thought was physical abuse. Chad scoffs. Stephanie relays she paid his bail so he should be released soon. Chad rolls his eyes as she continues to defend him. Everett acted violently in a situation where it wasn't warranted. How does she explain that? At the Salem PD, a shocked Jada reads Everett's arrest report. She relays to Rafe that he was booked as Everett Lynch because that's what his ID says, but he insisted he was Robert Steen. She calls Marlena for help since Everett/Bobby is her patient. Marlena corrects her. Everett quit treatment against her advice. Jada asks for her expertise anyway since this situation is out of the ordinary. Jada comes to Everett's cell, who acts cool and familiar with her. "You look good," he says, draping over the cell's bars. "Really good," she scowls, wondering what is going on with him. Rafe cuffs Everett and leads him to the interrogation room, where he refers to himself as Robert Steen. Marlena arrives, leading him to wonder what she's doing there. "Scratch that," he says, confused. "What am I doing here? What's going on?" As Stephanie waits for word on Everett at the paper, she notes Chad seems off. He tells her about Abby's investigation, which could be the real reason Clyde killed her. She deduces he blames himself for not protecting her, but assures him Abigail wouldn't want him beating himself up over it. He tells her they moved back into the Horton house, where he feels close to her. At the apartment, Sloan weighs her options. Take EJ's offer and leave town, or tell Eric the truth that he's Jude's biological father. Melinda points out the latter puts her in danger from EJ. A brusque Eric comes home with Jude, prompting Melinda to leave. Eric tells Sloan they need to talk. At the mansion, Nicole offers to talk to Abby for EJ regarding his firing. EJ declines, but he does get an idea. He'll initiate a recall petition for Paulina to force a new election that he will handily win. Nicole doesn't love the idea, but EJ excitedly heads off to get the ball rolling. However, in the foyer, he secretly talks with someone on the phone who reports that Sloan and Eric are home alone together. EJ assumes Sloan will be leaving to report to him soon. His minion should alert him when that happens. Marlena sits alone with a confused Everett who is still handcuffed in the interrogation room. When she asks what she should call him, he responds with Everett. She then asks why he would attack Eric. Everett recalls that Eric was trying to get through to Sloan. He remembers hearing yelling, and then everything went blank. Jada and Rafe enter to inform Everett his bail has been posted. Everett makes a hasty retreat after Rafe uncuffs him. Marlena tells Rafe and Jada that she doesn't think drinking had anything to do with what happened last night. However, she has a pretty good idea of what's going on with him. At the mansion, EJ returns to Nicole, who wants to get to work. He has a better idea. How about they just stay home and do nothing together? When she agrees, he tells her how much he loves taking care of her, and that he wishes he had found her when she was drunk instead of Eric. But it's the two of them now. Better? He asks. You have no idea how much, she says. Stay tuned and subscribe the channel.